All right, man. It's Thursday night and we're doing an after show. Why? Because it's Jerry Supe's birthday today. Happy birthday, Jerry.
Happy birthday, Jerry!
Happy birthday. He's probably not watching. I don't think he watches us, even he doesn't watch himself. But this is the after show, Freeform Rock Podcast. It's for no BS because it's birthday. But Jerry, if you're listening, I got a little idea from my ex-wife. This is how she sings people's birthday songs. He goes, "This is your birthday song, even though it's not very long."
Oh, that's it.
So there you go, Jerry. That's what Diane would have gave you right there. But I like to thank my brother Andy Rodriguez for coming. JG Wentworth.
J.G. Wentworth.
Who's
You ever
that?
see those commercials?
Is that a local commercial?
Yeah, I guess so. I thought it was nationwide, but it's those loan places that give you
Uh,
loans. J.G. Wentworth.
no.
Get,
Have you seen AD do?
get your money today, huh?
Have you seen AD do?
No, I don't know what that
That's an
is.
old plumbing commercial. It goes, "Who knows what evil lurks in your drains and sewer pipes?" And then the guy would go, "AD do." It says
Yeah.
80, and there was another. The plumbing ones were the best. They had Jack Steffen, and they would go, "For all your plumber and sewer needs, call Jack Stavanovich." And he goes, "No, Jack Steffen." And he goes, "We'll call Jack Stickeepy." "No, Jack Steffen." We had the
That's
weird
just
local
funny.
commercials
Oh
like,
yeah, they don't say, "I want my money and I want it now." J.G. Wentworth.
yeah, that's funny how we local. You're in Houston, I'm in
Yeah.
LA kind of area, so we get different commercials. Those are the ones I grew up with, but we all know like the classic ones, like "Where's the Beef" and stuff like that.
Oh
That's
yeah,
all.
of course, of course.
Yeah,
Wendy's. Where's the beef?
we
Man,
used to
that
have
was
a.
everywhere, and she became a star and all that.
Yeah, I'll send you a an old commercial of. You ever heard of Cal Worthington?
No.
He had a Ford dealer. And he would go,
Oh,
they would go, "It's Cal Worthington and his dog Spot." And it'd be an elephant, or he'd have a lion or a tiger. His dog Spot was like a different animal every time. That's funny.
there was
Also,
this place in Corpus called Clausen's Music, and they sold like like musical instruments. But like at the end, they would have a coffee pot with a bunch of bubbles like overflowing. Says, "Please don't drink the coffee." At the end, it's got like nothing to do with musical instruments, but please don't drink the coffee. That became their slogan like for years.
please don't drink the coffee. Well, it got them known, man. Hey, did you guys have Federated?
What?
Did you have a store called Federated?
No.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, they sold audio, and when CDs came out, they brought CDs in there. I used to go into like places like old stereo places. This is music related. And you buy
Oh,
like you want this rack system, and you go, "Okay, I'm gonna get that turntable. I'm gonna buy the rack. I'm gonna buy the speakers. Can you throw in a freaking CD player for free? Or could you give me 10 free CDs if I buy this?" And you would haggle. They gave
you
you
start
shit.
haggling like a flea, like a flea market.
Yeah, we used to do that in stereo shops. It was fucking
Oh,
amazing. I got like fucking 10 free CDs and a free extra cartridge for my record player.
yeah. I never had it in me to haggle. I just never. Even today, I still, if I go to a flea market and buy albums and the price says like $3, here's $3, man.
I don't do that, but at a
Okay.
stereo shop, they were all on commission, so they wanted to sell
Okay.
that fucking thing and they were allowed to give shit out. But just like Sears, man. You used to go into Sears and haggle too. So
Sears.
yeah, the
I no
TV
wonder they're closed.
electronics section. Well, they're also Kmart, man. Oh, that sucks, man. Two great stores we lost. But we're here tonight because what did you say, Andy? It's like half the year is over.
Yeah, yeah. We're already towards the end of July, believe it or not. We're in the second half of baseball season as well.
Yeah. Dodgers 6-1 out of the break. Pretty good.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
And in fact, the Dodgers come here for the weekend
I know.
tomorrow.
I wasn't gonna say anything, Andy. I was gonna wait till the
Oh
games
no,
are over.
no. Brad was supposed to come over this weekend. We are supposed to go ahead again, but we weren't able to make it. So
That's cool,
we'll see
man.
what happens.
But
Yeah,
we're
yeah. It was It should be a good series, but let's see what happens.
yeah, man. The Dodgers' mistake in 2017 was not getting Verlander and
You
getting
know
Darvish.
why are y'all getting rid of James Paxton? He's like 7-2.
His record's very deceiving. The guy gives up more walks than anybody in baseball.
Okay.
He gives up a lot of hits, a lot of home runs. His walk to strikeout ratio is horrible.
Oh,
And
okay.
the thing is, the offense just scored for him. It's like you lose 6-5, he wins 6-5, stuff like that. He gave up runs, home runs, dude. There would be games where he didn't walk, like 2 games in a row, he didn't walk anybody, and then all of a sudden 10 walks, 8 walks, 9 walks.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And plus, you
Wow.
have Kershaw and Glass now coming back. He's the weakest of the starter, and you could just bring up a
Right.
rookie who did a pretty good job the other night. So
Yeah, yeah. Wasn't that his first start
that was his first
for the
start.
rookie?
Yeah.
How confident are you in Kershaw?
He looked good today.
Oh, did he pitch today?
He pitched 4 innings,
Mm-hmm.
4.2, I think, and he only gave up
Yeah.
2 runs.
Okay.
They won the game
Okay.
despite trying and Vesia blowing it. And then what is it? Ahmad and Atani came up with back-to-back home
Yeah.
runs to get the lead
Oh, wow.
after they
Okay.
lost it. Yeah, Ahmad stuck it to his old team, the Giants. That's like, fuck you, Giants. All right, man. I hate the Giants. It's like them, Yankees, Cowboys, Seattle. Fuck, I hate all those teams. I don't hate the Astros are like a second thought to me now, dude. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm going back to my old hate. But
Okay.
I'll
Cool.
hate them when we
So
play
much
them.
appreciate.
Like I hate every team when we play them.
I'm more of a, I guess, a better sportsmanship. I don't hate. Well, no, I can't say that because I do hate the Mariners. I really do, man. I don't mind the Rangers. I don't mind the Dodgers, and in fact, I like the Yankees.
Ooh,
But man, let me tell you
ooh,
something. The
Yankees.
Mariners. Well, I've always liked the Yankees ever since I was a kid, and I can't stop that.
Well, you didn't live in LA, that's why.
Yeah, but why would LA be such against the Yankees? I don't understand.
77, 78.
Oh, that was
All those
long time.
World Series is back in the 50s and 60s we lost to
Mhm.
them.
Right?
Dude, the Dodgers have been in more World Series than anybody, but they lost more than anybody because of the Yankees.
How many have they been in?
Dude, they've been in more. I read this. They've been in more World Series than any other team. They finally broke through in 55. You
Okay,
know,
because the Yankees have 27 championships.
we have 6, but we've been in more than 27, I think, World Series. Let me
Well,
let me look that up. Keep talking, man.
yeah, okay. Well, the reason why I like the Yankees back in the day, I just fell in love with Don Mattingly and that whole team in the '80s, and it kind of freaked me out because I was a kid and I didn't understand about free agency, and then I saw, I think it was Strawberry was playing for the Yankees for a short while. I was like, wait a minute, that guy plays for the Mets. What's he doing over there? And I guess that's before he went to the Dodgers. I'm not too sure how that works,
Oh,
but
no, no, no.
but then I started to learn more and more about how free agency worked. But today we are going to be talking about the latest albums that have caught our eye that was released in the year 2024. And I know some that Mark is going to mention, so I'm going to mention others that I don't think that he will mention, but we might even crisscross paths on this.
Yeah, the
So,
Dodgers have appeared in 21 World Series, 9 in Brooklyn and 12 in Los Angeles.
okay.
So that's a lot. And they only won 6.
Yeah, the Astros have only been in three. No, wait. How many World Series have they been in? Four and won two. Because they
Yeah.
went in '05, they went in 17, they lost in '05, won in 17, won in 22, but lost in 21. Oh, and they lost in 19. So that's what I was trying to get at. The Astros have been very successful for almost the past decade.
They have.
Yeah.
But
So
Dodgers have too, but
yeah. Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
like I
yeah,
just
they really have.
I just want to tell Dodger fans, most of you guys didn't live through the McCourt era or fucking us not making the playoffs since 88, a fucking long time. Dude,
Yeah, that was a
they
long
made the
time back over
playoffs
there.
what, 10, they won the division 10 out of 11 years. Been in the playoffs all 11 years under Dave Roberts and Don Mattingly. Hang on. Stop your fucking bitching. Enjoy what you got, assholes.
Yeah, because this run that both the Astros and the Dodgers are on, this doesn't happen every day. These are fantastic runs that teams would kill for. So
Yeah.
I'm just basking in the moment because we can be
It
right
could
back.
end. It could end tomorrow. Look at the
Yep,
Giants. What they won 3 World Series, and then they've been
in a
shit.
decade. Yeah,
Yeah, it can happen, man. So
yeah, because I thought the way that the Astros had started, I was really telling myself every team that has success has to rebuild somehow,
yeah,
sometime. And I really thought that was happening to us, but they turned it on. So we'll see what happens.
you guys got good players, man. But
Yeah.
so we're doing. What are we doing again,
Yes,
man?
yes, we are doing our picks of albums that have been released in 2024 until this past Friday. Albums and bands that have caught our eye and our ears that people need to know about. There might be bands that you like that you didn't even know released albums this year. So
And there's a
well,
couple I
hopefully we'll
got that
touch
you
on
should
that.
stay away from. Just a
Yes,
fair warning on that one.
from very well known stalwarts that we're like, ugh. You should not have taken that step. I don't understand how some people, some bands or artists just cannot ride away in glory. Just accept that you were already in history, in rock history, of being known, of being part of certain bands. You are immortalized already, and then you're still making music that you should not be making. And we're
And
not just saying that. That has been the consensus everywhere.
yeah,
So, but
but I
you
got some
know,
old bands. I got some new bands on my
yeah.
list. So
Yeah, me too, me too, me too. In fact, I got some new bands that and I kind of grouped mine together.
actually, I think I only have 2 new bands. There you go.
I've got two, two,
Okay,
two new bands, but several other bands on here. I saw them this year on the tour of this album that they released.
nice.
So there, I've got like 4 of those.
Well,
So that's why I put them on here because I saw these tours earlier this year. So I'm excited to talk about those.
yeah. So we'll just go. I don't have them in any particular order.
Neither do I.
So I got Judas Priest Invisible Shield.
Oh yeah, right there. I was going to talk about that one too.
Okay.
Invisible Shield.
The fucking great fucking album, man. It's like
Yeah,
you got a band like an old as fuck, except for Richie Faulkner, and Travis, but Scott Travis, but fuck, but they are fucking ripping. They are
yeah,
tearing you a new asshole still. The metal
but
gods got it, man.
but Scott Travis has been their drummer for the past 30 years.
But he's still
So
not as old as they are.
I know, but he has been in the band for a very long time. So when people say that scab Judas Priest, I don't understand that because the drummer's been there for over 30 years. What more do y'all want? And
Yeah.
you still have Ian Hill and Rob Hoffer. Oh well, he's not a original member. Shut up already. He was there for their first album, and he moved, and you know, he went out and did Halford and fight, and then he came back, and there's nothing wrong with that. And KK, and then after 40 something years, some people just don't get together, but it's not like they've gone through a whole bunch of guitar players for him. They put in Richard Faulkner, and
Yeah.
and right now I think their guitar tech and producer um
Plays with
tours with
them.
them right now
Yeah.
on
I can't remember his name.
I think
Oh,
it's Andy.
Andy Sneap.
Yeah, Andy
Andy
Sneap.
Sneap. But
But this is a fantastic album. I know that a lot of people like Firepower, and Firepower was all right, but I did prefer the one before Redeemer of Souls
I
over
like all three,
Firepower.
man. Not a bad album there, man.
So this Invincible Shield was a really good album, and I
But
really enjoyed the hell out of it.
I like Nostradamus, and people get pissed off at that album. But the thing is, I'm gonna say why Scott gets a lot of shit because he
Yeah,
was a drummer during the Ripper era. Those albums sucked.
you see, I like those albums.
You
I
like
do.
Demolition? Oh,
Yes, dude. The thing with Ripper was that he had a different singing style, and the single style was a little bit more punk oriented, and their songs had a little their playing was a little bit more punchier, and I really think that that was a big help for what's going on now. I know that, of course, Rob Hoffer will always be my favorite, and I'm not saying that Tim Ripper is, should still be there. Of course not. If Rob wants to come back, you leave that day. Say, okay, thank you so much for giving me the time. But I don't think those albums were bad.
Well, KK's speaking of Priest, KK's Priest with Tim Rip Owens.
Yeah,
What is this? Center Rides Again, I think.
I think
Fucking
so.
great fucking record, man. And I don't like Tim and Judas Priest, but I do like him in KK's Priest because the songs are realized there, a lot better production, great fucking shit. It's like you get two priests in one. You get KK's and you get Judas releasing two new albums this year. Fucking amazing.
Yeah. That KK was just a little bit too heavy for me.
Oh,
It was a little bit too extreme. Maybe I should say that.
that's like fucking pain. He's doing Painkiller Priest on his shit to me.
The next one I want to talk about is going to be the Pearl Jam, Dark Matter.
I didn't put that on there for you.
Yeah. I'm going to say something about that too.
Yeah.
This one here by Pearl Jam, Dark Matter. To me, this is one of the best since Yield. This is a fantastic album from beginning to end. My wife, who doesn't even like Pearl Jam, even likes Wreckage because they play that on the radio quite a bit on Alt Nation on XM, which that's her favorite station. So she's like, hey, you know what? That song's not bad, and it's not produced by Andrew Watt.
Hey,
Andrew Watt's
he's hit or miss. He's hit or miss for me.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because I did like Patient Number 9, but I didn't like Ordinary Man.
Yeah.
I don't like the Stones album, but I like that new Pearl Jam album.
Yeah.
And I liked him when he was with Glenn Hughes and Jason Bonham in California Breed as a guitar player.
Okay.
I think that's my favorite thing with him is California Breed with Glenn Hughes and Jason Bonham. Great three-piece, man. Mean T. That they have a T song on it. Fucking great. But I fucking love that new Pearl Jam. And I get shit because I like most of I think Binaural is not my favorite of theirs.
Mm-hmm.
They went like kind of Radiohead-ish on that album to me. But
right.
Fuck that new album, Dark Matter. I like Gigatron. I like Gigatron a lot. And I love Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt is fucking punk and fucking heavy. Fucking Mind Your Manners. Fucking great shit on there.
But
the song Lightning Bolt is kind of a ballad, but it's fucking soulful, man.
Yes, the first 3 or 4 tracks are fantastic on Lightning Bolt. First Day Buyer, and I still have. Man, they just nosedived for me after the 4th track. It was like, what?
Have you listened to it again?
I will. Just like I pulled out some.
Did you like the song Lightning Bolt?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, that's a great song. Okay.
Yeah, I did. But that that album as a whole really by the 7th or 8th track on board.
Oh, okay.
It was weird.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But then I'll get into something. There's a lot of debate about this guy, Bruce Dickinson, the Mandrake Project. That's something fucking. I hear a lot of Iron Maiden newer haters saying, "Fuck, why can't he release something? Why can't they do this shit in Maiden?" I like some shit too. I like the progressiveness of when they do fucking 10, 20-minute songs. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I like that shit. I like how they play. I like the jams. It's not the Grateful Dead jams. But I fucking love this new Bruce Dickinson album. It's fucking amazing. Z something produced it. The guy he uses all the time for a solo.
Yeah.
I love every one of his fucking solo albums. Statue Millionaire. He hasn't released a bad solo album. Maiden has released bad albums with Blaze Bayley. So there you go. Have you heard the Mandrake Project, Andy?
Oh yes, I have, and I was going to mention it, but I left that for you because I thought that you might mention it. I thought it was a good album. It came out about the same time as the Judas Priest album, so the Judas Priest album kind of overtook it. The hype was more around the Judas Priest album, which I can understand, but the Bruce Dickinson, it was okay. It was a little bit better than average for me. On a range of 1 to 5, I would give it like a 3.5. And also because it's Bruce Dickinson, and as soon as he starts singing, you're comforted by his voice. you're already used to it. And the music being away from Steve right now, because Steve is the band director for Maiden, it was a refreshing sound to hear Bruce Dickinson in a more tight, constructed compositions
Well,
for me.
Bruce Dickinson on the last two albums wrote a lot of this more than Steve Harris, I think.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the music
Oh, let
that
me see.
sometimes goes too long for me,
Oh, okay.
especially these last two albums,
I
which
listened to.
they were okay, but man, I mean,
Aaron
every
Camaro. You know what
15
he
minutes,
did with Senjutsu? He took off all the long intros. He edited that whole album
right?
to make it concise. And when he got rid of all the long intros, the album fucking killed. He said so.
It's like it went it went from an hour and 30 minutes to 43 minutes.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
think that's what he
it's
said.
like it's
Yeah,
like the perfect length for an album.
yeah. All right, what do you got, Andy?
Oh yeah, I like this band, and I'm so happy that they came out with this album because their past seven releases have been terrible. So when this came out by Green Day, Saviors,
I need to hear that still.
I applauded. I said, "Oh my god, this is such a good album." The songs are punchy. There's like almost no ballad on here, which I don't mind ballads, but Green Day was getting pretentious
Yeah.
with their
I
ballads.
like "Time of Your Life." I think that's the only ballad I like by them.
Oh, dude, I love that song. I
That's great.
absolutely love it.
Yeah.
And they did have a couple of mid-tempo ballads on that album Nimrod, which I love. But then they came out with that September song that I didn't
Oh, I
like.
like that song.
Do you? It just
I do like that song.
it was a
Wake
little
me
bit
up when
too
September
repetitive.
ends.
Yeah,
But it's a ballad, but the
yeah,
lyrics are not. They're dark.
yeah. But it was repetitive for me. I'm like, okay, I
I
get it.
like
I
it.
get it. And then they came out with that Uno Dos
Oh,
Tres.
that was horrible.
That was horrible. And then that Radio Revolution,
Horrible.
which they tried to overdo it with their so-called SoCal punk or whatever, and it didn't work for me at all. But this just flows so nicely out of them and so effortless. So I like it a lot.
I
So
still got to listen to that. We talked about that when we reviewed Dookie on Freeform
yes,
Rock Podcast Audio. Check that out. But yeah, I still got to listen to that. There's just so like I have a long list. I bet you have a long list of what's came out this year. It's like
yeah,
so much shit is coming out. It's like we can't get to everything. It's like
right,
fuck, and we want to get to everything because we're
yeah.
fucking music fans. And it's like sometimes I think, is there something I missed that I missed that I shouldn't have missed? And it goes through my head all the time. I need to listen to new shit. It's
Yeah.
like I'm gonna get to something I've been listening to all fucking day today. The new Deep Purple album. What is it? Equals one or something like
Yeah,
that?
equals one, and I haven't heard it yet. I'm so
Oh,
surprised by me.
the guy. Everybody was saying it, and I need to hear it for myself. Simon McBride
Yeah.
fits better with them than Steve Morris.
You
He
know,
he has those great. It's like it's and the fucking keyboard Don Airy is fucking all over that fucking album. It's like fucking listening to John Lord reincarnated. So fucking great.
oh man, I gotta hear that because of course Don Airy has been in the business for a very, very long time. He was handpicked by John Lord to take his place. So there's no hate there. And we were talking about Steve Morse. I mean, I love Steve Morse. We're talking about him last night on the Black Spinner Circle when we were talking about Kansas. And the thing with Steve Morse was that when he went to Kansas from Dixie Dregs, and then when he went to Deep Purple, he was already an established player. So he had his own style. He wasn't there to copy anyone or to be like anyone. So when he came to Purple, his guitar playing is fantastic, but it's not Deep Purple fantastic. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
Blackmore or
yeah.
fucking that's the new guy, Simon McBride, is like he fits the band like a glove, dude. It's like
So where did he come from? And is he
he's an
young, old?
Irish guitar player. I was looking
Yeah,
it up last night because when I
yeah.
played him on that metalstation.com, Matthew Warner was going, "Who's the new guitar player?" I go, "It's Simon McBride." He goes, "Really? I never heard of him." nobody's heard of him, man.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, I've heard that album 3 times today.
Wow.
Really
Well,
good. It's catchy as fuck.
I'm gonna
Really
check that out. I'll probably stream it today or tomorrow because I do have tickets to go see them next month.
nice.
So I'm excited to go see them.
Ian Gillan doesn't have his like he doesn't emphasize, but
Yeah.
he's talking, singing in some of the songs, but
Yeah.
he flows, man. He's doing what he can, and it still sounds like Ian Gillan without
Yeah.
the huge power. You know, it's Ian Gillan when he's
Yeah.
singing still, the phrasings and stuff like that.
Yeah. I saw them not too long ago. He still owns that stage
Yeah,
menacingly. So
he
yeah,
can't
that's
sing
exciting.
"Child in Time." If you
No.
expect him to sing "Child in Time," you guys
No.
need to go home.
Yeah.
What do you got
I guess
next
you
up?
can't do that. Yeah, this is a band that just started this year. This is a new band. And I was listening to Apple, and it's so significant because this album here is the first album that I've ever pre-ordered before.
Oh,
I I am heard them on Apple, and I pre-ordered it and I got it. Since they're a new band, they were on Facebook and they've only have maybe a few hundred followers, and I've been trying to reach out to them through Messenger to be on Black Spinner Circle so I can interview the band. They're a four-piece, and they're in England. They're kind of a psychedelic a psychedelic prog pop band. They're called Plantoid.
I never heard of that. I need to check it out. I'm gonna write that
Here
down.
here is their album. Really good interplay with the drums and the guitar. It's a little jazzy. They got a female lead singer that just coos
I
over
love
it.
female lead singers.
And not only that, their music is so good. I call it psychedelic prog pop because they do get into a little bit of little pop inclinations, but at the same time they'll turn around and get proggy. So Plantoid, check them out.
Yeah, I wrote
Um,
that down. I want to check them out.
and then after that, I was so impressed by them when I was on Apple. I pressed, to hear other bands that are like them.
Hmm.
So I was introduced to this other band called Slith. Slith, Slith. They're a French brand. They're a French band. Now, when I was reading about them on All Music, they are they are being categorized as a psychedelic prog metal band. So they're psychedelic prog metal, and their songs last about each of them lasts about 10 or 12 minutes. Really heavy guitar playing. That's Slith, Slith, and the name of the album is I Lion, like I Lion, all in one word. So check them out. I was very impressed by them, and in fact, I was hearing them today. Um, their songs are long, but man, you don't feel it, but you sure do feel the crunch of the guitars and drums, and them going so many different directions. And that's a three-piece. So very impressive.
Nice. I'm gonna go. You're talking about female lead singer. I don't. This band has 5 albums out, and Mr. James West. I pray for you, brother. I hope you get through your leg surgeries. Love you. Need you back on Freeform. Need you back on a video because you fucking rule, and I like you busting my balls. It's fun. Fucking you get on me for my Vangina love, which I'm seeing him August 19th, and everybody's been saying the fucking shows are amazing.
Yeah,
So
I really have. I'm gonna
I'm
mess
gonna
with
get I'm gonna get to Lucifer 5. Great
Okay.
fucking album, man. I love this band. James West got me into them. They have 5 albums. The singer is sultry blonde, great fucking voice. She's fucking hot as fuck, but her voice is just awesome. That's what I got. Lucifer
Yeah.
5.
Since I said two, do you want to say another one?
Okay. Well, then I'll go to an album that I didn't like of 2024. The Other Side of Mars, Mick Mars. It was horrible. Dude, we don't want to hear modern fucking Mick Mars, John 5 kind of playing that you're kind of doing. and he took your place in Motley Crue. Because you sound like John 5 and White Zombie on this album. It's like, hey, yeah, this fucking album sucks. I
Dude,
fucking hate it. I wanted to like it so bad and I couldn't.
so bad, but dude, you hit the nail on the head about White Zombie. This album sounded like it was made in the year 2000.
Right?
It's yes.
It wasn't even
And
modern.
no, it wasn't modern at all. It was like 20 years too late.
It's like,
And it sounds like they just got somebody off the street and say, "Hey, do you want to produce an album?" Because the production was horrible. It
yeah,
sounded like it was recorded in a garage.
dude, it's like, it's funny how John 5 took over for him in Motley Crue, and now he sounded like Mick Mars, and then fucking Mick Mars is trying to sound like fucking John 5 and White Zombie. I don't know.
It was a bad album, Collie,
Yeah.
and you're right. I wanted Mick Mars so bad to stick it to Motley
Yeah,
Crue
I did too.
after what they did to him, like kind of like he didn't matter and that he was just another guitar player, not like he was one of the founding members, had been in the band for over 40 years, contributed so much, and then they just dismissed them, probably a lot because of money. And then I was going, dude, please show them what they're missing. And I was like, ugh, it was just bad. It was a bad album. That's all that I had right now for hard copies. So I'm going to talk about a couple of shows that I saw. Steve Hackett, the guitar player for Genesis during the prog era from 73 to like 78. Of course, he is a solo artist and he's made dozens of solo albums. Well, this year, he released The Circus and the Night Well. And I saw that tour back in April. Fantastic. He played the first half was mainly for the first album. The second half, he played Foxtrot from beginning to end.
Oh wow, that must have been killer.
Yeah, dude, it really was, dude. It was in a
Fuck yeah.
small place that was half full.
Oh,
And but the people that were there were just fucking going insane for Foxtrot. Word
it's
for
like a
word.
whole show of deep tracks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you call it, you could call it that because everybody goes to Phil Collins, Genesis from if I
Right.
can, and then number
An
three
invisible
on.
touch. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
So
I fucking love the self-titled album the best though.
yeah, and I guess we're gonna be talking more about that next week.
Yeah.
But it was really good to see Steve Hackett play so well. And like a week after that, he got pretty sick, where he had to go to the hospital. But it was like cold-like symptoms, and he was dehydrated, but he's fine, and continued with the tour. And my other tour that I saw in May, releasing a new album was Saxon. Saxon's album Hell, Fire, and Damnation.
Oh shit, I love Saxon, man. I haven't.
They might not change much, but
Oh,
man, they're great. They're not going to change much. They're
they're
going to give you what they are,
they're the English AC/DC.
which is a heavy metal band,
Yep.
and they're going to come at you with really good lyrics, very good lyrics, very good singing from Biff, and the guitar playing was just fantastic. Our good friend Brad Dahl met me for that show. He came down to Houston, and we went to go see Saxon at the House of Blues downtown. So that was really cool to see that with him. I didn't know this, but he's seen them at least 30 times.
Oh shit.
He came down to Texas and he followed them to Texas because he lives in Idaho and they don't come up to that part. So he saw him in Dallas, then he saw him in Houston, saw him in Austin, then in San Antonio, all
Yeah,
back to back days.
nice.
So when he caught the show here, I was able to go there. It was like really great service. He picked me up at home and dropped me off at home. I was like, hey, that was pretty nice of you. So shout out to our good friend Brad Dahl. And you go ahead, brother. What's your next one?
I'll skip. I'm gonna go to. I was gonna go to another shitty album, but let's go to a good album from 2024. Sebastian Bach, "Child Within a Man," that we did a review on Freeform Rock Podcast.
Already, huh?
Fucking god dang, I love the Gangs All Here with fucking Eric Grunwald. I love that album. But this album is fucking Skid Row as fuck. I fucking this is what I want to hear from Skid Row. fucking dude, you don't have to fucking be in the same bus with each other. You just get on stage and separate. The fans want to see Bach with fucking Skid Row, and this fucking album proves it. I fucking love it. You have
Yeah,
any thoughts on?
I did hear that album. I was very pleasantly surprised because I'm not a Skid Row fan. I could care less about Skid Row, but I did hear Sebastian Bach because we're in the music biz, So, I listened to everything that I possibly could, and I was pleasantly surprised to the point that hey, I was like, hey, I do need to listen to this more because I liked it. I think his vocals were right on point, and his enthusiasm. You can feel the enthusiasm come through the music.
You can feel he likes
Who?
what he does.
Yeah. Who's in his band? Anybody that
He's
sticks out, Mark?
well, John Five was on that album. They got a lot
Okay.
of people on that album. Like
Oh, okay.
Steve Stevens was on a song.
Okay.
Orin Thonte was
Okay.
on a song. So
Okay. So it was like an all-star
yeah,
cast for different songs. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Pretty cool. The next one that I'm going to talk about, I just saw this band 2 weeks ago supporting this album, and this album's okay, but I did want to add it on here. Neon Pill by Cage the Elephant. This is their one, two, three, four, sixth album. They won Grammy. They won a Grammy for Best Rock Album for Social Cues, which was their last one. This album kind of follows in the same template, which I was not a fan of Social Cues. I thought they got away from
I only
the.
like the first album
Oh, really? You see, I go
with No
up.
Rest for the
To,
Wicked. That's it.
yeah, I go to 4 albums.
Okay.
There's 4 albums that I like, which is their self-titled first one, "Happy Birthday," something something, and then Metha Methalopa, and then Tell Me I'm Pretty, which were really good albums. So this was about the third time that I've seen them. They're a band that my wife and I enjoy to go watch together. So I do like them. And this album was okay. It does have its moments, but man, it's really good to see Mark, the lead singer, out there on stage after he's had some issues with drugs. He went to rehab. He got arrested in New York
Oh
for drug
shit.
possession. Had to go to jail, and he has said that that's the best that ever happened to him because he had to clean up. He said if not, he'd be dead right now. So it's really good to see him on stage a couple of weeks ago and own that stage. And they were playing at the Woodlands here in Houston, which I think holds about close to 18,000, and he had everyone in the palm of his hand. So it's
Mm.
really good to see a redemption come back. So here's rooting for that band because I followed them since the beginning, and I really like them. So that's my pick for that one.
All right.
What's
Then
going on?
I go to some Glenn Hughes here, some Joe Bonamassa, some Jason Bonham, some Derek Sherinian. But unlike the new Deep Purple album, fucking like Don Aries, all over that album. If you listen to the review on the Freeform Rock podcast, until the fifth song, you don't hear really any Derek Sherinian, but you hear a lot of fucking Don Airey, which is an all-star band. This is why this album is way lower than the new Deep Purple album because of that. Black Country Communion 5. I love that album. It's a good album, but it just seems Derek is fucking underutilized until maybe the sixth track on that album.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay. All right, man. Glenn Hughes is really a wonder.
yeah.
Isn't he? He's he's still out there living the rock and roll dream. A couple of these that I'm going to mention, like I said, I don't have, but I do dig and I do need to get the Slash Orgy of the Damned.
Yeah.
Mark and I were talking about this earlier today. It's an all-star cast on vocals with Slash and pretty much playing blues standard songs. And they kind of, well, not kind of, they get, because I'm not a blues person. I really don't like blues music that much. But a la Stevie Ray Vaughan, they kicked the blues in the ass and and added some hard rock element to it. Well, not just some. They're they're pretty much hard rock slash blues songs.
ZC Top?
Huh?
ZC Top?
Yeah.
Hard rock blues.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
original to
And
me.
then And in fact, Billy Gibbons is on there as well
Yeah.
to kick that off, and Dorothy is on there, and some other really good newer singers. I think Gary Clark Jr. is on there as well.
Yeah, he is. The weakest I picked this album as well, Andy. The weakest track on there, but it's not bad. I don't skip it. Is Demi Lovato. Her voice does not go for the blues to me.
Oh no, it doesn't. No.
No. Dorothy, he knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, well, she's got that. I don't want to, people say raspy all the time. It starts to get overplayed, but she's got that soul sound to her. Where
She's got
Dorothy,
Aretha Franklin, and she could go smooth, she could go raspy, she could do anything, man.
yeah.
It's kind of like Pat Benatar and Ann Wilson. They do the same shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could be all sticky sweet and just give you the power out of nowhere. That's what and same thing with fucking Katie Hart from the what is it? Fucking Sunflower Fox and the Chicken Leg. She does the same thing with her voice. So check out that's an honorable mention right there, man. Sunflower Fox and the Chicken Leg. Check out their new album too. That was released this year. Freaking great shit, man.
Yeah. Sorry.
Go ahead. I'm done.
No. I was going to say that you had mentioned that album like 3 months ago, or maybe less, and I did check it out and I did like it.
Yeah, they have EPs and stuff besides that, man. They are really good. She has a really good voice, man. I love Katie Hart. She's a good friend, and she will be on Freeform again. We were talking the other day. It was pretty cool, man. I love her. But I'll get to my next one. Yep. And this is the only CD I have to display because everything is packed behind me. But you can't see it because I got my Rush thing up. Sunbomb, Light Up the Sky, Michael Sweet, Tracy Guns. This is their second endeavor together. The first one's amazing. I like the first one better so far, but I've only listened to this album once. Michael Sweet is brilliant. Tracy's playing a lot of good acoustic, and this is fucking hard as fuck. And all you haters out there that hated the last LA Guns album, Black Diamonds, fuck off. I like that album. But this is cool.
I liked it too. That's because I don't like LA Guns that much, but that was a good album.
Yeah, thank you.
And I know that this is 2024, but the end of 2023 in December, Tracy Guns released an album along with Jack Russell, Russell and Guns, and that was a really good album. I think it was called Medusa.
I couldn't find it streaming, man. It wasn't streaming at all.
Yeah, it was streaming, and then they took it down.
Yeah,
but the album cover is horrendous. Ugh. But the music was really good. It's a really good album. My next one that I'm going to talk about, and you had brought this to my attention. I'm not too sure if you have it on your list, but this just has the cornucopia of rock music with rock and R&B and everything.
Oh, I know you're bringing up. It's probably on my list. Then go ahead.
Is it? Well, let me see. Well, okay, guess it. What is it?
Lenny Kravitz.
Lenny Kravitz, yeah. Yep, the Blue Electric Light. That was a fantastic album. And I'm a Lenny Kravitz fan. I'm even a fan of his mom. So, they go hand in hand.
Of course. Fucking moving on up, man.
Yeah. So, great. So this is an album we can both talk about. Lenny Kravitz, Blue Electric Light. Every song has a different genre, but it all has an element of rock. Just some of the most positive lyrics that you could possibly think of, especially in the climate that we're in today. But that's nothing new from Lenny. Most of the time when you listen to Lenny, it reminds me a lot of George Harrison writing when George went solo. A lot of spiritual and a lot about the love for man.
But he's not being like a hippie.
It's not being preachy.
He's being like a good guy.
Yeah.
I hate hippie music, man, but I love Lenny.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's a headbanger.
That album, I heard him on Eddie Trunk. I go, oh fuck, Lenny's got a new album. I like every album he's put out, man.
Yeah.
I think the weakest album he's ever put out was Are You Gonna Go My Way? It had fucking 4 or 5 good songs on it, and it just fucking went to shit. My
Yeah.
favorite album by him is Circus.
I was
I
about
love
to say Circus.
Circus is just the fucking fantastic album. It's hard rock, everything on there you want. Positive, rock and roll is dead, The song Circus is just fucking epic. But that new album, TK421, he's like getting into the Star Wars shit there. And I'm mainly a Star Trek fan, but I do dig me some Star Wars. But like it's just I love the groove, man. I love Prince. He
Yep.
is like what Prince was because he played every instrument on his album, just like Prince does. And he did that with his first album, Let Love Rule. A fucking
Let
great
love
fucking
rule.
album. He did go a little pop here and there. He
Yeah.
did cut his hair, now he's got his dreads back and shit. It's fucking cool. But, I kind of skipped on Lenny when he went to the fifth album. Kind of went too straight. It wasn't like the fucking oomph that he had, but he's got back to the promised land, man. Black
Yeah.
and White America is a great album too. Check that fucking album out. Fucking Lenny, he's released a fucking instant classic for me, Electric Blue Light. I agree with you
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah.
Great
Yeah.
fucking.
That was a good one. And I knew that we were both going to talk about that one. I just wanted to beat you to the punch. What's your next one, Mark?
I already did Sunbomb. Let's go to a shitty album. I guess I think it's funny. 10,000 Volts, Ace Frehley. I do like a couple Trickster albums, but Steve Brown should not produce fucking Ace Frehley. The Ace Frehley should not be polished. Ace Frehley should be raw. And when he's polished, he's released his worst albums. And this is one of the worst fucking albums I've heard in my life by Ace. I like a couple songs on it. It's just like, dude, come on, man. What the fuck are you thinking? Fuck. And then you write a love song to the woman you just broke up with again. Stop that shit. Stop going for the 20-year-olds. Fucking get someone your age, and maybe you'll fall in love, man. 10,000 Volts is horrible to me.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk too much about this album because I never finished it. I didn't want to finish it. I was just like, I've had enough.
Well, you were right.
And I went and watched TV or read a book or something else besides listen to
But
that.
doesn't that suck for new music nerds and someone we like that we don't want to finish their album?
Yeah, it was like, and that's because I really do like him. He's had some really good albums, and I think that the best Kiss is with him, of course,
Yeah.
classic Kiss, and so to hear how badly he has become, but he's what he's 70.
Yeah.
I mean, how much? I mean, I don't even want to hear 70-year-olds talk to me, much less hear an album
Oh, Sammy
by them.
Hagar and a Circle released an album. Crazy World is pretty good. Crazy Times,
When
I mean.
is that 24 or 23?
23, I think.
Was it? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was one of those things that I wasn't a big fan of.
Yeah, I wasn't either, man. What do you got, man?
But one that I was really fascinated by, and it just, man, except Humanoid.
I haven't heard that one yet.
Oh, you got to hear it, man. It is really, really good. I
Because
really
I heard
enjoyed it.
Ian Wadley and Dr. Fuck said they didn't like it, and they're huge Accepts fans, so maybe
Right.
I need to listen to it myself. Yeah.
Well, maybe they don't like it because they are huge Accept fans, and I'm just okay with them.
Yeah.
Like if they're on the radio, I won't, I won't, I won't change it. I'll buy some stuff here and there, but I don't have all their discography. But I really liked this album. I really thought they did a really good job. Each song is very interesting. It never loses me. Um, of course, I guess I forgot the lead singer's
Mark
name.
Tornella.
Mark Tornella.
He
Thank you.
was in TT
I was
Quick.
gonna, I was
TT
gonna
Quick
say,
is a good band, man.
I was gonna say Tremonti, but I knew that wasn't right, so that's why I didn't say anything. But yeah, it's a really good album, and I really enjoyed it. And it's so good that they really did have some really good success with this album. And it's good to hear bands like Sasson and Accept that have been around since the late '70s and early '80s that have not changed their sound or their approach at all, and still hit it out of the park. So that was my pick.
All right, man. So I'm gonna go for a single that was released because this
Okay.
guy has not released anything in fucking years. And this song fucking made me cry. I was going through a divorce at the time, and I kept giving her the song and these lyrics. Billy Joel, Turn the Lights Back On. I had to bring this song up because,
Yeah.
and I'm going to see him coming in September, and I'm so excited.
I
So,
am I think when that song came out, I think I heard it like for a whole week straight, every
so
day,
good.
and like several times a day. And I'm so glad you brought that up because I haven't heard it in a while, and I really do need to hear it again. And I can understand what you mean by going through a divorce and hearing these lyrics, and because it just conjure up lots of memories and things that we could have done, could have said, could have been.
Well, it's like he goes, I know I'm late, but is it too late? You know, it's like
Oh,
it's like that lyric right there gets me because I was late. I didn't get the thing I needed with her, and I
yeah,
finally got it. And when I finally got it, it was too late. So that lyric fucking just resonated with me.
yeah. Things that we could have done and could have said, and
Yeah.
but Billy Joel always sings from the heart, and that's what I like about him is his realness and his soul, and it's so true. And my mother is not a big music fan at all. She'll hear songs on the radio and she, oh, I like that song, or oh, I like that song, and I always ask her, well, who sings this song, Mom? Don't, and then she's all, don't ruin it. Just let me hear it. I was like, she's like, I don't care. I just like it, okay? But but the day it was released on a Friday, and I think he had performed it on some kind of music show. I don't know which one it was,
I don't
but my
remember.
mom had told
The
me
Grammys, right?
the Grammys, yeah.
Yeah.
And my mom had said, "Did you hear that new Billy Joel song?" I said, "Well, yeah, but you did." She goes, "Oh my god, I love it." I was like, "Really?" So when she said that I love that Billy Joel song, it had to be super special,
Yeah.
and it really is. It's such a good song,
I
and
want
anyone,
more, dude. That
yeah,
left me wanting more.
yeah, and it's been kind of quiet since then.
Yeah.
My next one that I'm going to talk about is a band that I want to go see, but the tickets are a little bit too expensive. But I've already seen them like 6 times, and they just came out with an album, Kings of Leon. Can we please have fun?
I haven't heard of them since the second album.
Really?
I had that first album with something. I forgot that one album. It was
Which
really
one?
big. The one that had the big hits on it.
Oh, that's their fifth.
Their fifth album?
Yeah,
The one with I can't
with
remember.
Are you somebody or?
Yeah, that one. That's our fifth
Oh yeah,
album.
that's their
That's the
fifth.
one I liked. I,
Yeah, yeah, because they have Man versus Manhood, which was the first one. Yeah, that's their fifth album.
oh
Fourth or
wow.
fifth.
Damn.
And I'm a fan since the beginning. When remember the magazine Maxim?
Yeah, I used to get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Catherine Bell was always on there, man.
Yeah.
I loved her.
Yeah. Well, they also had a really good music magazine called Blender.
Oh, I remember that one.
Yeah. And they talked a lot about them. So that's when I started getting into them because they would talk about them quite a bit. So I started even before they came out with Only by Night, or like Only the Night is the album you're talking
Yeah,
about.
that's the only CD I have by them too.
Yeah, so I got like on their third album is when I start to hear them. I've got all their albums up until this one because I don't have it quite
I need
yet.
to go do a deep dive on it because I do love
Yeah,
that album. It's a great album. I don't know what it's like. So much shit comes out, dude. You forget about bands, you know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. The music before that's a little bit different. It's a little bit more punkier, a little bit more urgent in their music. And of course, they're three brothers and a cousin. They took a little bit time off between their last album and this album because their mom got sick, and they stayed home and they stayed off the road for a while. And she's better now and all. And they came out with this, and it's a pretty good album. I like it. The first time I heard it was not too long ago, so I still need to listen to some more. But I'm very impressed by it, and it's a band that I like. And like when you have heard a band for so long, you just have a comfort zone with them, you know.
Yeah.
So I remember the last time I saw them was probably about 2 years ago, and these guys behind me kept on shouting, "Play some old shit, man!"
That reminds me of the fucking Simpsons episode where he's watching Bachman Turner Overdrive. He
Yeah,
goes, "We're going to play a song from our new album." He goes, "No, taking care of business. No,
yeah,
taking care of business."
yeah. Play some old shit, man. And then, like, every time they would start a song for the first, second album, yeah, that's what the fuck I'm talking about.
Dude, I
Those people
like
are
to hear the
monsters.
new albums. I want to hear more of the
Yeah,
new tracks. I'm
yeah,
I'm a fan. It's like back in the day we went because the tour was to promote the new album. Now the tour
right,
is just to promote them. And it
right.
sucks the way it turned around like that. You like barely they play one or two new songs. It sucks.
Last night, I was watching Sea of Tranquility, which are you familiar with that podcast, Sea
Yeah,
of
I've heard
Tranquility?
about it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. They are the reasons why I started doing podcasting because I said to myself, I wonder if I can do this, and then I can. So
Yeah.
they were doing bands that really know them. They brought up Guns N' Roses, and I've always been a Guns N' Roses. Um, I guess. Well, I'm a fan of Guns N' Roses, but the
So am
thing
I, but
is,
they still annoy me.
yeah, exactly, because they haven't released anything new, and
For
they're
good.
still touring. Just like you say repeatedly, they're touring off of Appetite for Destruction. That was released in 1987. And people flock to it. That's why they do this. These guys play stadiums and people flock to it to listen to Welcome to Paradise. And then,
Nobody wants
and
to hear
then
the general.
yeah, right. And then we went to go see Saxon at the House of Blues in a littler, in a little, well, smaller than a stadium, of course, to hear some new Saxon that's been doing it since 78 or 79 and touring on a new album. So that's what annoys me by them. And it's not that I want to hear a new album by them because the singles that they've been releasing is dog shit.
Yeah.
But we were talking about earlier today how Slash has been releasing good music either solo or with Kennedy.
Miles Kennedy and the
Miles Kennedy,
Conspirators. Great
always
fucking
Miles
backing
Kennedy.
band too, man.
Yeah. And we were just talking about an album he just came out with.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on with the Guns N' Roses camp. It surely is not Slash that doesn't want to make new music because he's doing that on his own.
Well, Duff is making new music too. So
Stuff is good. He
yeah.
just released an album,
I
or
didn't
is it
like
about
it.
to
It's
release
more
an album?
singer-songwriter than not my type of shit,
Yeah,
Except for Neil Young. Neil Young rules.
yeah,
There.
yeah. But I do like singer songwriters, so I might go ahead and give that a listen to.
You might like it. I won't.
I think I might. But it's really, so wherein lies the problem? It's going to have to be Axel.
Hmm.
That's where the problem stays, and it took him forever to do Chinese Democracy, which I am not a fan of. I know that
Oh,
you
I
like
like that
it.
album.
You do, yeah,
Me, Dr. Fuck, and Lee did a review of that. I like it. So
yeah. I just can't get into it. It's like
it
it
took me
reminds
like 10 listens to get into it though.
10.
Yeah,
Like,
like Van Halen 3. It took me a while to get into that, but I like a lot of
yeah,
Van Halen 3 now. So
yeah. What I have to say about Van Halen 3, it's their longest album and the longest album in their discography. And I believe when I was listening to the BS sessions, I think it was the Cocaine Show. The Cocaine Show. A lot of really great one-liners in that episode. There are a lot of great one-liners on that episode, guys. If y'all have not seen the BS sessions episode, um, albums fueled by cocaine, you got to check that out. It's fantastic. But y'all were touching on Van Halen 3. And I think it was more part of the BS sessions than the actual album part. And it's so true. It was like they didn't know what to do with Gary Sharon, which is
yeah,
also the lead singer of Extreme.
which just released a great album last
And
year.
and Extreme and Van Halen are completely different bands.
Mhm.
Um, Van Halen is not funky. They're not metal funk. They're just a good.
Van Halen had a lot of funk in them when he did covers.
They're a good hard rock band.
Yeah.
Now I did hear a couple of y'all's panelists say that maybe um, Steve Perry would have been a good fit for them.
I
I
never
don't.
said that. I thought that was
Somebody
weird, but
did. And
no,
compared Van Halen to Journey, no,
no.
no, nowhere
Sammy was
close.
perfect for them. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, oh yeah. There were Sammy was perfect for that time.
Yeah.
He was perfect for that time, and Dave was perfect for that time.
Yeah.
Let's just say that we enjoyed a great run of Van Halen albums that lasted 15 years.
Yeah.
Let's say it like that. But I don't know where I was going with that. I guess I just wanted to say cocaine over and over.
Yeah, cocaine rules. It's a hell of a drug, man.
It's a hell of a drug.
It's a hell of a drug.
It's a hell of a drug, man. So that was mine. Was Kings of Leon? You got more?
I have one more, and then I have albums I'm looking forward to.
All right.
The Warning, I think they're sisters from Mexico. They got a great new album called Keep Me Fed. It's fucking amazing. This band is like really, if you like cheap, they remind me a lot of Cheap Trick because they got that pop element and that heavy element at the same time. And it's fucking really good. I love The Warning. Keep Me Fed. Check that album. Check that out. It just came out. Fucking amazing album.
Are they kind of like baby metal?
No. I put it the video 6 feet.
Oh, did you? Okay.
I'm gonna send it to you again.
All right, yeah.
So that's my last new albums, and then I have albums I'm looking forward to in 2024.
Yeah, I just want to mention a couple. I've always been a Sheryl Crow fan, and she came out with an album called Evolution. I'm just gonna put it out there. I've got no review about it, because I haven't heard it. But I just wanted to say that for her because I like her. I love her. I like the way that she sings. Sometimes she's up front, sometimes she's laid back. So I want to hear what this album is like. And can I say one more?
Sure, go for it, man. I
that
got
you
some.
talk about? I mean, do you have another album that has been released that you want to talk about?
Oh, I like the Scott Stapp album, Higher Power. I thought that was pretty cool. It's kind of modern, but it was
Okay.
way better than the Mick Mars trying to be modern, which actually sounded like Rob Zombie. But
Okay.
that's it.
So, is there another album?
No, that's it. I have that's been released, and then I have ones that haven't been released that I'm looking forward to.
Okay. I thought this album was okay, but I'll put this album on a T for you, and you can knock it out of the park.
Yeah.
Okay. The new Black Crowes.
Oh shit! Why didn't I put that on there?
I don't know why. I've been waiting for you to talk about it.
Happiness Bastards. Well, that is on my list now. Because we just did this morning.
Yeah.
And oh god, that album is fucking amazing. It's the best album since fucking By Your Side to me. I fucking love. Oh, fucking god dang! I love a lot of their albums. I just don't like when they went jam band, like Beyond the Frost, Before the Frost, or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Any album. War Paint was a good album too. I like that album. But fucking By Your Side is fucking pure fucking Black Crowes. Fucking great fucking record, man. Happiness Bastards is on my list now. Thank you for reminding me of that.
I've been waiting for you since 8 o'clock to mention it.
Fucked up,
I'm surprised that you did.
Dude, I was looking at rock and metal and it didn't even list it. I was looking. That sucks, man. You suck, Google.
Yeah, I use this website called Best Albums Ever, and it keeps up with everything that's been released up to the day. So, like I said, that I went through 1,000 albums today. I went through 1,000 albums through there to see what's been released from January 1st until today. So that's how I came up with my list. And I didn't want to steal your thunder with the Black Crowes because you really like that album.
I forgot about it, man. I didn't forget about it. I just sometimes you listen to an album so much you think it's older than it is. Because I listened to it so much, I think it was from 2022. Is that good?
Yeah, but it is a good album. Yeah. I just haven't heard it enough to talk about it like you can. So that's why I was saving it for you. But go ahead and go through your list of albums that you're excited about. I need to hear this because I don't I can't look into the future, Mark.
Well, I got one with one of my favorite singers of all time, Mr. John Bush, and it is an Armored Saint, even though Armored Saint has released a cover song that's really fucking good. I can't remember the name of it right now, but he's got a side band called Category 7, and I'm getting on pre-order Friday, and I fucking
Oh,
love what I heard. He's fucking coming on Metal Blade, the 26th on Friday, and then I got the new Striper album, When We Were Kings, coming out in September for two
yep.
songs off that album. Fucking Michael Sweet. Fucking love that guy. He's fucking so honest. Like, and he's a man of God. And fucking, I'm gonna say he's a man of God, and he doesn't judge. That's all I gotta say about the man. I love him. I wish I could get him for an interview on Freeform. I told that to fucking Mooger today. We
Yeah.
need to get Michael Sweet on Freeform Rock Podcast because we would mesh. It fucking be perfect. Except I be drinking, but he drinks too. So and then Flotsam and Jetsam, I Am a Weapon that's coming out in September. I love
Huh.
the last Flotsam and Jetsam album. It was fucking really good. So I'm kind of looking forward to this one.
Is
And
Jason, you said with him still or no?
no, he isn't with Flotsam.
Okay.
He left after he went to Metallica, never went back.
Okay. Okay. I
He's only
wasn't
on
sure
the
if you were
first, I think
feeling
he's only on the
confident.
first album.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
But man, when he came out with that EP called Newstead, that was so good.
I like
And
that
then
one. That one. The Newstead. Yeah, the Newstead was fucking great, man.
yeah, and
But
then we never heard from him again.
and then I made fun of him because he gave up on metal. I was going, what the fuck, dude? You're doing. He went and did acoustic country shit. Like, and
Did he really?
yeah, he played in cover bands and shit. He didn't do what he. But I heard he wants to bring Newstead back together, so that would be cool.
Yeah, yeah, that would be cool.
All right, and then one of my favorite singers of all time. He is in my top five now because fucking Alter Bridge, Solo, Slash, Miles Kennedy, and the Conspirators. He has some great solo albums. And this guy is actually can play fucking great lead guitar. He actually says he's a guitarist before a vocalist. Miles Kennedy has a new album coming out in November called The Art of Letting Go, which I've already pre-ordered. Because I liked
Oh,
his Year
wow.
of the Tiger, and I liked all Year of the Tiger is kind of acoustic. Really fucking good. The guy could fucking sing. A lot of people give his tone a fucking shit. Those are the albums I'm looking forward to, man.
There is an album that I'm looking forward to, and I talk about this band a lot. No, nobody else does, but I do love the band Dawes, and they're coming out with a new album called Oh Brother that'll be out October 1st, and they'll be coming to Houston.
Dawes.
Dawes. This will be their ninth release.
I'll go check them out, man.
Yeah, yeah. There's I will send you a handful of albums that I like,
Okay.
and I will send them to you, and then you can go from there. I think you will like their lead guitar. Their lyrics are fantastic, and their harmonies are out of this world.
Harmonies, lyrics, and guitar.
Amazing.
There you go. You know,
Yeah,
did they have a
that's
groove?
all that you need.
Did they have a groove?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So that's what I got going. I
That's
mean, that's all that I have so far for 2024. I'm pretty sure this list will change by the end of the year. Where on the BS sessions we will pretty sure have the best of 2024,
yeah,
and we'll have the same thing on Black Spinner Circle, and of course I'll make two different lists like I did last year.
yeah. Well, promote your stuff, man.
Yeah. Next week we are going to be doing the best albums of 1981 next week and being on a Tuesday
Ooh,
instead of a Wednesday.
ooh.
So you want to be on, Mark? You'll be our
Yes.
fifth.
Yes.
Okay. Jimmy James Swartz will be on with us.
Yeah, I got to be on with Jimmy's James Source. I keep trying to get him on this podcast. I keep saying I want to come on.
And
Fuck yeah.
also one of your other favorite guests will be on there as well.
Dr. Fuck?
Eminem.
Eminem.
Eminem. Those
Scribble?
are his initials. Come on, Metal Mike.
Oh, I love Metal Mike, man.
Will be there as well, along with me and the great Al Horta. But it starts at 7, Mark.
Oh, it's later. 7. So that's 5 your time, huh?
That's 5 your time.
Ah,
7
shit.
mine.
I wouldn't be able to get there, dude. I could get
Okay.
there by 6.
Yeah, because unfortunately we changed the times to 7 because um we did it for 7 at this last time, which we had a great show last night with Tim Derling. He authored a book about Kansas, and he'll be on again at the end of August talking about his other two books. He wrote a book about 8 tracks, and and collecting music. And also, he wrote a book about Y&T.
Ooh.
So we're going to get into that at the end of
Y&T, I'll get off early for a Y&T
Yeah,
episode.
yeah.
Let me know about that one.
Yeah, I sure will, because we had our great friend Joseph Staub with us last night because he's such a big Kansas historian. So having you on there on a Y&T show, that will just
Oh,
to
I fucking love that band. They're
add
just
to
so
that.
fucking underrated. I've seen them twice, fucking
Yeah.
lately, and they're fucking great
So
still.
you can talk to him about the book and his view on Y&T and your view on Y&T. So that'll be great. And then after that, we got a couple of other shows that we're talking about. I got another good idea that I think that you would like, and I've already started doing it because I thought it was going to take me forever, but it did it. The name of the show we're going to do in about 3 weeks, Mark, is check this out. This was a great idea. It's called Same Title, Different Song.
Same title, different song.
Yes. So let me give you an example.
Okay.
Metallica released a song called One.
Uh-huh.
U2 also released a song called One.
Yeah.
Same title, different song.
So you guys say Metallica, but one, but pick the other one.
Oh
Kind of
well,
like that?
I like my pick would be the song One by Metallica and U2.
Oh, okay. Oh, you put two bands together with the same title.
Yeah, with the same
Oh,
title.
that's pretty cool.
Like I
Well,
don't
you
want to
got
give them all away, but like the song changes.
well, you got Tom Petty and Heartbreakers learning to fly, and then you got Pink Floyd learning to fly.
Right.
But you can't use Foo Fighters learn to fly because it's not learning.
Right. Yes, dude. It's
I
got to
get
be
it.
exactly the same spelling and everything. So
Yeah, see, that's what I said. Pink Floyd learning to fly, and freaking Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers learning
okay.
to fly.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then probably we'll say like, well, which one do you like better?
yeah,
Because little, but Pink Floyd has other songs that share the same title with other bands,
yeah.
different songs.
I get it.
So we're going to be doing that one. We're excited about that one. I took the idea of somebody. I think it was Dangerous Dave on Hair Nation was talking about songs like that. I said, oh, you know what? That'd be a good idea for a show. So I was wondering, man, that sounds hard to do. I was on vacation. I was in Arkansas. I just got back probably I got back on Tuesday. And in one night, I came up with 19 songs.
Nice.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, well, I'm done for that one. So I don't have to worry about that.
I would
So
take Tom Petty over Pink Floyd.
me too. Me too. Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That Pink Floyd song is not a good
I
song.
love that Pink Floyd song, but the Tom Petty song I listen to a lot more.
The Tom Petty song brings a tear to my eye
It's a
every
great fucking
single
track.
time.
Yeah.
Oh, so good, so good. It reminds me of my high school years because
Yeah.
that's when that album came out. I think I was a sophomore
Damn.
when Into the Great Wide Open came out.
Yeah, great
And
song too. Great title
yeah,
track.
oh yeah, that too, and Two Gunslingers. Oh, I love Two
Oh,
Gunslingers.
fuck yeah.
So good.
I love making some noise. Hey mama, we're making some
Yeah,
noise. I fucking love that fucking
yeah.
song, man.
That whole album is really
Fucking
good.
album rips.
It's and I think it's still a hidden gem, even though it had a lot of hit singles on there. I still think that Into the Great Wide
It's
Open.
known for the video with Johnny
Yeah,
Depp and
Johnny Depp. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
It's a
yeah,
great fucking video. Tom Petty made some great videos, and a lot of people should have took notice of him because a lot of
yeah,
people made cheesy videos, and he's making fucking well thought out videos.
yeah,
You just
yeah.
got lucky, man. It was sci-fi brilliance. It was supposed to be a movie. In fact, they were going to make a movie out of it, but he broke his hand hitting a
Yeah.
wall because he's pissed off at Boardwalk Record or something like that. Yeah.
And then next week, also, that's Tuesday. On Wednesday, me and birthday boy Jerry are going to kick off our football podcast, season 3 for us, called the Gridiron Smackdown. And
Nice.
we're already getting notes ready for that to kick off the 2024 NFL season. And then I'll be here on the BS sessions with the great Mark Alden Taylor and Jerry Superman Soupy.
Big
and
Sexy.
Phil Collins.
Yeah, and Joseph Staub will be on there too. Can't have a Phil Collins or Genesis episode without the great Joseph Staub. I was talking to him last night. I said, dude, you should get on thatmetalstation.com and just play a prog show or something like that. He says, well, I don't have time. I go, dude, you could do like 2 hours, 1 hour. Get on there. I don't think dude, you have the voice. Do it. That's what I told him, man.
He's got the knowledge, man.
He's got the knowledge. I said you would fucking like give them a lot of knowledge. I told him that too, man. But yeah, next week BS sessions is the Phil top 11 Phil Collins Genesis songs. It's going to be mixed, part Genesis, part Phil Collins, or maybe all Genesis and all Phil Collins. We don't know yet. But a happy birthday again to our brother Jerry Supe, and also tomorrow on the Freeform Rock podcast, we're doing Kinks Word of Mouth. Is it a great 80s Kinks album or does it suck? You shall find out tomorrow. All right. Thank you, Andy, man. I appreciate you, man.
Thanks a lot for inviting me. This was great. I always enjoy talking music, and especially new music, especially for someone like you that's always in the hunt for new music. So
I love
it
new
was
music,
great,
man. People give me new music, feed me. All right, man.
Yeah.
Take it easy, man. Later.
Yeah, you too, man. Later.